Hey guys, welcome back, back with some more of RimWorld, where I desperately need to take stock of whatever the heck is going on in this colony, because I'm not even sure anymore. Does anyone remember why we have, like, an 8-year-old named Silly? 10-year-old named Silly. Was that part of the refugees and Silly joined us for reasons that can't be adequately explained? And who are the refugees? That's another question I need answering. Right now we've got fires, but the team's on it. The team is very much on it. They're going to go and put out a couple of boomalopes here, and then we'll promptly eat them because we don't really have a heck of a lot of food here. I started redoing some of the fields here, so I switched this one over to rice because we will get it faster, and this one can stay potatoes. I'm going to turn off the cotton fields for right now because I realize I've got like 1,400 units. Crimson, welcome. I've got like 1,400 units of cotton. I don't really need cotton right now. In fact, you know what I'm going to turn that over for is psychoid because, drugs. We're wicked into drugs in this colony. It's one of the reasons Chibi is temporarily in the freezer, inhaling all the drugs and then getting eaten by a bear. But apart from the drug thing, we don't have the capacity to make any more. So I feel that's something we should get on, because everybody loves the drugs around here. Almost as much as they love eating people. Syrincha, welcome. Almost as much as they love eating people. Now, one thing I see we've been a little neglectful of is it's time for Baby Royal to get all royal. So Baby 1... we can, in fact, do your novice ceremony, and I see more food coming in. This is outstanding. The Hills, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and accept that, and the Imperium will turn up at some point and bestow a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old, mind you. Bestow a 4-year-old a highly royal title. Alicia, welcome. And there's Dee Dee. Safe in the Dee Dee zone. Safest place ever, the Dee Dee zone. It's the safest zone I've ever created. And Dee Dee the lizard just going around being Dee Dee the lizard. Ambi, our favorite alcoholic chicken. Welcome. Buzzkill, welcome back. Hashtag geniusosity. When you've slipped the surly bounds of genius and wandered briefly into the realms of geniusosity and decided, hey, this looks like a comfy part of town, I will go ahead and live here. Dave or the Cup final. Well, see, here's the thing, the Hills. Look, I cherish every viewer, but I'm here every week. I mean, the Cup final, what's that, like, I don't know, once every 3 months or something? It seems like you guys are always having a Cup final. There's always a cup being tasked around somewhere. What is this leaderboard thing? I haven't the slightest idea, Abby. Why do you have a little crown and a number 3 next to you? I legitimately have no clue. Have you done something, Ambi? Wait, under the influence of alcohol and being a chicken? Martin, welcome. Why does Buzzkill have a purple crown and a number 1? The hell is going on this stream? I have no idea. If somebody wants to diagnose that, I actually have to keep what's left of my colony alive. I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue why there's a little crown next to Ambi and Buzzkill's name. Spike Little Girl, welcome. Why wasn't there a live stream yesterday? Because I had a dentist appointment. And I had already rescheduled it once, so I didn't really want to reschedule it again. So yes, very nothing nefarious there. Just a very simple case of having another thing to do that was somewhat time sensitive. Now, Wushak, you're my priest, right? No, Toblerone, you're my priest. So your converting thing is kind of ready to go. Does anyone around here not believe in what we're into? So we're into Arco, baby. Baby 1, definitely into it. Silly, definitely into it. Villa, not into it. Okay, Toblerone. Wait, where's Villa? Villa, where are you? Okay, where are you going? You're hauling steel to a hydroponics basin. Oh, yeah, I got hydroponics going last time, didn't I? Oh, good for me. Oh, that's a good thing. It's a new YouTube thing. Okay, well, why is Ambi number 3 and Buzzkill is number 1? Apart from the fact that Buzzkill just says hashtag geniusosity all the time, which is, a good thing to be saying. Poxitive, welcome. Are they related to donations? I don't think so. I think it might be related to the number of times somebody has typed in hashtag geniusosity, because Buzzkill would definitely be number 1 on that leaderboard. Wait, Spike Little Girl is number 1 too. Buzzkill and Spike Little Girl are number 1 on something that I don't know. Will you be fighting in a cage match to the death? Please say yes. Although I don't, actually. Like, just until unconsciousness, because I can't afford to lose a single viewer. No, seriously, I can't. Portia, welcome. Hang on, coffee. Apparently, Martin is number 2 on the leaderboard. Well, hey, that's still a silver medal. That ain't bad. Villa, are you done with your thing yet? Yeah, you kind of are. Toblerone, could you go work on converting Villa, please? I'd like to have everyone here wicked into cannibalism. Because if they're not, they're going to be wicked sad when they start eating people. And they're like, oh my god, I just ate a person. And we're like, yeah, we're wicked into cannibalism around here. It's a ranking system for the community. Twitch has its for gifteds. If you gift membership, donate a lot, you go on that channel's leaderboard. Huh. Oh, well, there you go. There's a thing. I did not know that existed. Yeah, Ambi hasn't been here in ages. I mean, we always welcome Ambi back because she's our favorite alcoholic chicken. But Ambi hasn't been here in ages. How come Ambi is number 3? Ranked the same as Martin. Except I'm sitting at 75 XP no matter what I say. I don't know. I can't see the XP thing. I don't know what's going on with that. All I see is the little crowns and the numbers next to them. And obviously, you know, the chat itself. DD is the true royal. I don't know how does one gain experience? Is it just like saying hashtag geniusosity enough times? Because Buzzkill would definitely be number 1 on that. And I appreciate that. I'm getting that thing trending whether anyone likes it or not. Villa, I didn't actually pay attention. How well did we do with your thing? Ooh, I don't think we did well with that at all. Oh, never mind. Toblerone's gone off on a tear. I'm not sure if he did the conversion before or after that. I'm not 100% on that. Did you really call someone Toblerone? Yes. I actually renamed them Toblerone, the hills. It's right here. Toblerone. Carver Toblerone. Because I couldn't pronounce his original name, and it kind of vaguely sounded like Toblerone. So that is his name now. I didn't name Silly or Wushak. They came in like that. I can't help those silly names. Apparently Crimson has 25 XP. How do I get XP? Can I have XP? Hang on. I want to see if I can get XP. Hang on. I want XP. I don't know. I don't think I got any XP. I don't think I got any XP at all. I think it's probably because it's my own channel. And they're like, you have enough experience. You've been doing this for years, you very, very silly man. You incredibly silly man. You've been making these videos forever. Oh, hang on. I spaced out on the thing. Hang on. Baby 1, go get royal. Why are we not doing this in the throne room? Wouldn't that be an appropriate place to do that? We're doing it in the hospital, which admittedly is where most of my colonists have spent their time. I mean, I get that. It's familiar territory to most of them. But why aren't we doing this in the throne room? Where's Barbar and Barbar 2? I would think, seeing as Baby 1 has a throne assigned to her, she might want to go ahead and do that. But apparently not. Okay, we're doing it in the hospital. That's fine. Speaking of babies, how's my other baby? Duck. How like, what's your gig right now? Where are you at? No, that's your thing. You're still 1. Okay, you're still aged 1. And who has tattered apparel? Silly does. Oh, okay. We could work on some kid clothes. What is your major issue? I see you've taken a human leather beret. Okay, you're wearing tribal wear. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. I have so many human leather berets. Human leather berets, like, so much. So much. Martin, I don't know what this is. This is brand new to me with the XP thing. I have zero control over this at all. What happened to Tony Curtis? I'm digging into his background. Yeah, no, I mean, for those who watched the last Sanguiphage RimWorld, it's pretty self-explanatory. I misclicked. I just simply misclicked. When I exited out of the stream, I saved the stream over the Sanguiphage file. So I kind of have to start all over again. Alicia, yeah, I'll approve whatever you put up there. That's fine. Then go ahead and do that. Hang on, does this get XP? Oh, okay. Here's your pretend XP. Thank you. Thank you, Poxitive. Okay, hang on. I gotta play RimWorld for a sec. So, Baby 1 is a novice, and we had a really, really good ceremony, so everyone's gonna be pretty chill about that. Does Baby not get any permits? Probably not until you're, like, technically an adult or something. I can't have Baby 1 doing, like, death from above. I mean, she's not even allowed to have a gun yet. You know what? I get it, game. I get it. I understand that. Okay. Back to work. So, the bestowing ceremony is done. I've got that under control. I've got the ducks under control. Oh, I was going to work on kid clothes. All right, so baby clothes. Let's make... Oh, we're on it. Yeah, somebody will get on that at some point. Do I have anyone who can actually do tailoring? I mean, I do, but there's like way other high... Yeah, Toblerone's got to get out and do the fields. We need food in a big, big way. I suppose Villa could do it temporarily. Just until we get something made. That's not a bad idea. I need a Dave's Best Bits DVD box set. Me too. I should get one of those. That link explains the leaderboard and crown thing. I didn't see any link. Did you post it? Gemily, welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't see a link yet. Did you post one yet? Yeah, exactly. I think Buzzkill's got the right idea. We don't need a ranking system because of #Geniusosity. You know, that is there. What else are you going to do? Here's a Boxative. Thank you so much. Here's a real $2. Thank you very much, Boxative. I appreciate that. I hope that helps your ranking. I guess. I hope you guys aren't going to get like nuts about this or anything. I don't know what this is. I have no control over this. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do it, M. I did not do this. Let me be very, very clear. This happened. I did not create any of this. This is a YouTube thing, not a me thing. A little late, but I don't know, M. I didn't do it. I didn't put this in the stream. YouTube has put this in the stream. When I have like 30 seconds, I will try and maybe figure out how to not have this. I don't immediately find a way to do that I can find like quickly. Oh, hang on. This might do something. Oh, I can see the leaderboard now. Okay, I can actually see the leaderboard. M, you're number 8. Just in case you want to know. You're number 8. You got a lot of catching up to do. You've got Spike Little Girl and an alcoholic chicken ahead of you here. Just as a heads up. Yeah, I can see the leaderboard. I don't know immediately how to make this go away. I will try and look into that as time goes by. How do you get on the leaderboard? Ambi, you're already on the leaderboard. You walked into chat and the leaderboard's like, throw Ambi on there. Definitely. Here you go. Alcoholic chicken. Just throw that right on the leaderboard. So I will, when I have 8 seconds that aren't devoted to playing RimWorld, which is, let's be honest here, a massive chunk of my week, I will make an attempt to look into maybe how to switch this off. But for right now, I'm stuck with it because I don't know what it is. I haven't a clue what this is. It's just popped up out of nowhere. Portia is seeing herself at number 7. Let me confirm that. Yep, that's a hard 7 on that, Portia. That's a hard 7. Yep. Spike Little Girl is leading for reasons that can't be adequately explained, except for what I would guess is YouTube is reading my mind and knowing that Spike Little Girl is basically in charge of remembering everything for me, and therefore is vital to the stream, amongst many other members. But Spike Little Girl has a very specific role here of reminding me to do anything at all. Because she's much better at it than I am. Let's be honest, much better at it than I am. So I can kind of see why she'd be number 1 on the leaderboard. What can I do short term to kind of get things up and running here? I put the psychoid in there. Baby 1 is drawing on the floor. Shooby-Doo-Wop, how are you doing here? Okay, so you believe in our thing, and you're down to 10.9 on the old resistance here. Are any of the new people, do any of the new people not have their own bedroom? I'm going to guess no, because I got spare bedrooms for days around here. I have so many spare bedrooms. It says you get XP by live chatting, sending super chats, and stickers. Is this the ranking what train car I'm in? It's one of them, generally, it's like one of them freeform trains where you can just go car to car. Trust me, there is no seating assignment on the Dave train. I want to be very clear about that. There is no seating assignment. It's a complete free-for-all. It's kind of like, it's more like musical chairs. You just sort of dash in and then desperately try and grab a seat. And there's never enough, because somebody new has popped up. And you're like, who the heck are you? And the guy's like, I don't know, I'm new on the Dave train. I don't know what happened. I was watching some RimWorld, and then all of a sudden I was saying #Geniusosity to my wife, and now I'm doing this. Now I'm on the Dave train. There's a cougar hunting one of my babies. Of course there is. Because this is a running theme now. How old are you? I get a 10-year-old. And a cougar hunts them. This has become the theme. This is the Cougar Hunt Baby run of this. This has nothing to do with royalty now. This is just Cougar Hunts babies. Okay, where's the baby, first of all? Wow. Why are you there? Oh, you're nature running. Well, that's a dumb thing to do. Nobody likes nature. And where's the cougar? The cougar is right there. The baby's dead. The baby's dead. Thank you, Spike Girl. I think it's actually too late. That's a very, very... Wait, where's the cougar? Yeah, the baby's dead. Silly, this ain't gonna work, kid. But the cougar has been incredibly wily by boxing a 10-year-old into a corner. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Kid, come over here. Just come over here. And then all of 2 people. But I don't know why there's crowns. I didn't do it. Apparently, YouTube has put in... hang on, I'll be right with you, hun. I've got to get a baby away from a cougar. Technically, they're not a baby. They're actually like a tween, I guess. They're 10. That's like tween, right? No, it's not baby 1. Baby 1 is safe. So I'm gonna get back to you, hun. Welcome home, by the way. On the whole, why are there crowns? Other people may fill you in. Right now, I've got to get a 10-year-old child away from a cougar, because every time I try to get something done in this game, a cougar eats a baby. That's just the running theme now. Okay, so, Silly, get over here, and then all of my 2 people who are actually armed, I guess, come over here. Yep, baby's dead. Baby's dead. Knew that wasn't going to work out. Okay, yep, and... Okay, we're losing the kid. Okay. Yep, okay, that's done. Right. RimWorld actually hates me now. This is because I beat Anomaly. This is because I beat Anomaly, and RimWorld's like, that's it. No more Mr. Nice RimWorld. We're going to take out every baby you have with a cougar. Yeah, sorry, Em. That was going to happen. The cougar was incredibly wily. He boxed the kid into a corner with a bunch of muffalos. Now, you'd think the kid would be smart and hide in a muffalo. I mean, they're very furry. They have huge fur. I just climb into a muffalo and go, I'm just going to live here. Okay, well, everybody stand down for right now. I've got to build yet another sarcophagus. Okay, yet another sarcophagus. I'm not going to freeze the kid. This one I'm going to bury. I don't even remember where the kid came from at this point, so what have I got a lot of? Granite? Okay, somebody go make a granite sarcophagus. Make it on the small side. She was only 10. I don't think they need to be too big. Pop that one over there. Yes, Silly is dead. Sure is. Yep. Is the cougar going to hunt anything else? Any other small children? And you're obviously going to eat the child, right? You're going to eat the child. Yeah, you're eating the child. Okay, so you've lost 14. Okay, so there goes another leg. Left pinky. Yep, left leg. Okay, so Webmix, welcome. It's more like cougar rather than dragon. So statistically, in RimWorld, let's all put on our math hats, shall we? We're all going to put on our math hat. I assume you have a math hat at home. Go ahead and grab your math hat. Put your math hat on right now. What are the statistical chances that in a single run of RimWorld, 2 small children would be killed by cougars? Wait, Chibi was technically killed by a bear. Okay, never mind. Take your math hats off. I was wrong about which animals have killed which things. So it was a bear that got Chibi, it was a cougar that got Silly, and a cougar that got, what, Lon? Was it Lon? It was somebody, I don't remember anymore. Somebody's been eaten by a cougar. I should just eat the kid, but yeah, she's 10. How much meat is possibly going to be on that kid? All right, hang on. Coffee. You're right, Gemly's got it straight. Gemly took her math hat off and put her Dave hat on, which is a very silly hat. This is sharing geniusosity. Yep. So with great power comes great responsibility, Gemly. I should have more carefully disseminated hashtag geniusosity to the population. You're absolutely right. RimWorld has said he has spread geniusosity I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I don't know, grains on the field, drops of water in the... I don't know. He's spread geniusosity like he's spreading it like it's going out of control, like it's going out of style, like it ain't no thing. Okay? and we must punish him for that. Silly, you have to go down to the back with the dead people. Okay, you can't live up front with the live people. How many kids can you keep in a freezer? How many can I get? How many can I make? How many can I make? Lon was eaten while dying of the flu. Oh, right. No. Lon died of the flu. Somebody got eaten by a cougar, and I can't. Well, hang on. Check the sarcophagi. That's easy enough. That was. Hang on. That's Grumpy. Wait, Grumpy made his own. No. Lon made the sarcophagus. Okay. This was Misaki. Oh, we miss you, Misaki. And Yar. It was Yar. Yeah, Yar got eaten by the cougar. I stand correct. Look, guys, come on. Seriously. How many colonists have I lost here? This is the third complete regeneration of this colony. So, you can't possibly, under good conditions, I can't remember my colonists and how they've died. And I have been nuked, #RimWorld nuke, several times. So it was Yar that got eaten by a cougar, and Silly. Silly and Yar. And then Chibi got eaten by a bear. My point was that both Silly and Chibi both had their legs eaten. Okay, that was the statistical sort of weirdness there. Can we tame Murder Kitty now? I'm gonna go ahead and say I've got higher priorities at this point. Oh, we can totally allow the baby to be put in the box. That's fine. This is gonna take a while because ConstructoBot is doing it. Okay. Right. You know what? That actually kind of tidies things up. I didn't really know what to do with Silly anyway. Grumpy could dig it like Tony Curtis. Grumpy loved the mining. Grumpy just loved the mining. We miss him. We do miss Grumpy. Grumpy got a lot done around here. He was one of my most productive colonists. And now I'm being led by Toblerone, backed up by Wooshak. I actually, whoever said it was probably Portia, because she's smart about these things. Let's keep Baby 1 in a slightly better area. So Baby 1, you're going to live in the runaway zone now. Except that was Toblerone I just did that with. Baby 1, you live in the runaway zone. It's not as safe as the DD zone, but it's a heck of a lot safer than going outside where the cougars are. Let's change our priorities. Well, is it the same cougar that took out Yar? It could be a different cougar. It could be a pack of cougars hunting us. The thing is, if I try and tame the murder kitty, there's a 30% chance that I'm just not feeling my chances on them not turning on me and biting me in the face and eating another leg. I think we're just gonna do. Shooby-Doo-Wop has gone insane. That's fine. You're a prisoner. You have fun going insane. I think we're just gonna do a sort of live and let live policy with cougars. You stay outside the walls. We'll largely stay inside the walls. And Les, thank you so much. You stream outside, or you live outside the walls. We'll live inside the walls. Thank you, Les. I appreciate that. And we'll just live and let live. We'll just live and let live. This is unnecessary to go deal with the cougar. You've never failed to tame. I will, Portia. Why? Because RimWorld is very angry that I beat Anomaly, and it's out to nuke me, and it's tried very, very, very hard. And I am going to continue and persevere. Yes, indeed, Puzzkill, we don't lose colonists to dice rolls. We do, however, lose them to cougars, bears, the flu, sending them out to attack people who instead murder us in the face. We lose colonists to all sorts of things. But you're right, we don't lose colonists to dice rolls. Shooby-Doo-Wop, you're fine. You'll get over your issues at some point. Have we done the sarcophagus yet? No, not as such, but we're pretty close on that. Combs is out here visiting one of the many graves. Many, many, many graves that we have. We have so many dead colonists. And who did I put in here? I didn't even have time to... Oh, Yegor. Yeah, Mr. No Tentacles Yegor. Yeah, I didn't even have time to build you a sarcophagus. That was a drug overdose. That's another way that we lose colonists. That was a drug overdose. We have plenty of ways to lose colonists, just not to dice rolls. I don't think I've ever lost a colonist to the flu either, Portia. But I just couldn't beat it. We didn't have good medicine. We had nothing. I noticed the cougar is still kind of hanging around Silly here. Probably, get a snack later. All right, back to work here. Back to work. Okay. I've got to tidy up things. Villa, do you think we could work on, like, the actual grow lamp first? Because we're not actually growing anything. Oh, also I should put a heater in here. What? Yeah, we definitely need a heater in here. Okay, get some heaters going on and put that there. All right, it's not going to be a lot of food. I'll probably expand this later, but I've got 3 dead colonists in my freezer to deal with first. Yeah, I would listen to M, by the way, because M will shut you down hard. Hang on, there's an amazing edifice. I'm very excited about that. Okay, what do I get for it? Marine helmet, cool. Plasteel, cool. Skill trainer for crafting, not bad. Gun handling. Everybody loves a good bit of gun handling. Ooh, I could see that. I mean, it's just building a thing. That's no problem. And some gold. I could use some gold. I'd be okay if we had some gold. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Have to do that. Hang on, I've got a pod. Everyone's very excited about pods. Jump to you. And let's pop this anywhere. It's a larger piece, so put it out here. There we go. Okay, that's a good thing. I'll get a nice book on how to shoot people if I have anyone left who can actually shoot. Ah, this is ready to go. Let's put, wait, where are all my, okay. Gotta figure out which dead colonist I want to put in there. Hey, Toblerone, you want to throw the kid in the box there? There we go. Go haul, silly. Haul her to the box. And we'll have a nice little funeral for her, like we always do. And, I don't know, bury her. Okay, RimWorld, what's your plan for today? Because that was yesterday. That was yesterday, Dave, who dealt with the cougar eating the child. Villa, what I'd like to do with you, when Toblerone gets back, is try and change your mind about this very, very silly religion that you have, and possibly get you on board with cannibalism, and drugs, and cybernetics. Not necessarily in that order. I could actually just pop a lung or two in somebody. That would be something to do. Toblerone, I know you're... fine, I'll wait for later. Except that Villa's up. What are you grabbing things for? Okay, the hydroponics. Toblerone, can you wake up and then convert Villa into believing that eating people is wicked cool? How did that going to work out? Oh, perfect, it worked. Great. Great, Villa's into cannibalism. A really, really easy one there. 3 dead colonists. Well, technically 4, but we're going to bury one of them, Les. See, here's the thing, Les. We all know Chibi's not dead. Chibi is just in pause right now. Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. Chibi's paused right now. Marcus and Lon, I just want to keep my options open. That's what I'm going with there, Les. They were both reasonably valuable members of the community. I would like to have my vampire back if at all possible. Marcus had a lot of great skills. And now that I've messed around with sanguiphages more, I see in combat they're a lot more effective than I thought they were. Putting that aside, I want to just keep my options open on Marcus and Lon. If I can revive them at some point, great. If I can't, I'll look at potentially eating them. Because we're cannibals. Maybe burying them, I don't know. But I just want to keep my options open. Chibi is still very much a member of this colony. She just happens to be dead right now. And that is something that can easily change. Easily change in RimWorld. It hasn't yet. In fact, what we've had is, frankly, way more death. But it's the potential to change her status. It's like Facebook, Les. It's like Facebook. Right now, Chibi is under It's Complicated. Okay? It's complicated. And later, I'd like to move her to another status. Yeah, it's not even for later use. It's just for, again, keeping my options open, Ambi. That's what RimWorld is all about. Keeping my options open. Sure, they're dead now, but that can change. That's a temporary status. It's complicated. That's what it is. Where did we put Silly? Oh, we put her in the freezer. Okay. You know what? I see where you're going with that, Toblerone. We've put many children in the freezer. I see where you would just automatically put the dead kid in the freezer. So, what I actually would like to do is bury her. Okay, can we bury the kid? Like, I got a box ready for her right here. Toblerone, come here. Where's the kid? Put the kid Yeah, bury silly, please. Bury silly. You're right, Les. Nobody's ever truly dead in a cannibal community. They live on through the intestines of others. I know it's intestines, I get that, but I like saying intestines. It sounds fun. Loot, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Loot, if you have a choice between saying intestines, which is just the sort of barbarian way of saying it, or intestines, isn't that more fun? It sounds more fun. It sounds like you wouldn't mind if they were draped around your neck. That's all I'm saying. It's just a more fun way of saying it. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Okay, let's have a big funeral for the kid here, because otherwise you're going to be kind of sad. Well, you're not going to be any more sad, because the sadness, the mood debuff for having an unburied dead colonist doesn't stack. So it's just a plus 10. Whether I've got 1 dead colonist unburied or 20, it's still just plus 10. But you'll be a little happier that we have a funeral for the yet another dead kid in this colony. Yet another one. Yet another one. Thank me for doing a mulligan with RimWorld series. Yeah, it was just a misclick on my end, and I was really enjoying that. It kind of sucked to start it all over, not going to lie about that. But it was, I would not have just abandoned. I was thinking well, I'll just tell the gang that I misclicked. But no, I was having fun with it, and you guys are having fun with it, and there is certainly an idea, we kind of talked about this last week, there's an idea to kind of, sort of vaguely, the channel might be a little more RimWorld dominant. Not in any way abandoning variety at all, and certainly featuring other stuff, but, more RimWorld than not is what I'm kind of skewing towards for a number of reasons. I happen to be good at it, and in fact I'm a genius of RimWorld, a prophet of RimWorld, if you will. Needlessly messianic, I know. It's a ton of fun. I have an endless amount of fun playing RimWorld. It is fairly easy to record. It traditionally brings in new viewers. It's a game that always has constant attention, and people who enjoy RimWorld are usually looking for a new RimWorld series to watch. So it's kind of win-win-win for me in terms of the channel's sort of focus, if you will. I was talking to Penge about it the other day, and by talking to him, I briefly mentioned it, and he briefly mentioned, yeah, he's basically, that's not unlike what Many a True Nerd does. He's sort of, well, he said Fallout focused, but I would say Many a True Nerd is more Bethesda focused. So, Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, not necessarily Skyrim, but Elder Scrolls, Fallout, that kind of thing. And then, variety within that. So that might be the sort of direction that things go in. I think the next one I will probably do might be the Mechanator. I just want to have some fun with that. That looks like a really, really fun scenario. Just on the scenarios alone that I haven't done, I could probably fill the channel for years. And then to just start making stuff up after that, because I can just make up any kind of scenario. I'm I guess we're going to do this, this, and this and see what happens. So that's kind of the direction things may head in for a little bit. Again, not abandoning variety in any way. There'll always be some variety. What is this? Why do we have a subcore on the floor? Oh, people. All right. We got my Agra hand, right? Yeah, we totally got my Agra hand. Maybe I should get another one. Or maybe another lifter, or indeed anything. I've got room for another one. There's no real reason not to. I will say, Portia, if you're starting it tonight, it is more of a promising beginning for a thing. So much variety with RimWorld. Yeah, exactly. You can do virtually anything with it, and that's before you start modding it. That's before I could play this thing for a zillion years before I started modding it. Again, just on the scenarios, the built-in scenarios that I haven't done, I could run this channel for probably a couple of years. So again, not completely RimWorld, but so my vision is that there would probably be obviously the 2 RimWorld live streams. But then, I can always flip, excuse me, I can always flip that around. We can do some different stuff for streaming every now and then, as we always do. And then probably 2 continual series. So, we've got the Sanguiphage right now. I will probably start up the Mechanator next week. And Dave, from an older viewer, I can reach the RimWorld saturation point. No, anyone can, Les. I can reach the RimWorld saturation point. Absolutely anyone can. And that's why it's not abandoning variety in any way. I'm not. No one is abandoning variety here. There's always going to be different stuff on the channel. I'd go nuts if I didn't. Plus, these people keep sending me games. So like, okay, I'll play them. Much like that Fable Hospital thing that I did. They're just like, hey, have our game. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, sure. Series on the motel manager thing. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so loot. I kind of have to also understand what I'm good at, which is those kinds of things. And I think we all know what those kinds of compacted plasteel. What those kinds of things are. Another storage hunter simulator, another motel manager simulator, another, Rising Star 2. The return of motel manager simulator, probably not. No, I think I would go on record and saying, yeah, I've kind of done what I wanted to do with that game. I'm fine with that game. It's a great game. It was a lot of fun. But a lot of stuff that you guys didn't see, The Hills, was like in the mid to late part of the game. It is a lot of running back and forth. So there were huge chunks that were edited out where I was just running back and forth, either unloading something or setting up a room or something like that. Yeah, I Rising Star 2, any of those ones, I don't know what to call them, but the games where I talk at the games. That's about the best I can tell you. Where I am effectively doing Bob Newhart. That's what I'm doing. The Bob Newhart collection, if you will, where I'm basically doing Bob Newhart of a one-sided conversation, and you, the viewer, are filling in the other half and finding it to be very funny. So I can't abandon those because I'm good. I like doing them, and you guys generally really like them. Hang on, my thing's up. So what have I got a lot of? I've got a lot of granite. So let's do this in granite. I should really probably pay attention to RimWorld a little bit. Yeah, Motel Manager was fun. I don't think I'd play it again. I think I've kind of done my thing with that. Like Storage Hunter Simulator or Rising Star 2, there's absolutely 100% a point where it's like a light switch going off in my head. Talk show, welcome. It's like a light switch going off in my head. I'm like, I'm done. And I did that with Storage Hunter Simulator. I started up the last episode like, I am done with this. I have done what I can do with this. And that's what I said to you guys at the end of the video. Anything I would do after that would be completely repetitive. Speaking of nothing, I need to get food because we don't have a tremendous amount of it. Let's all go out and kill a raccoon for funsies. We're all going to go out. I can't believe I lost another colonist. To yet another cougar. Another cougar. Portia, Bob Newhart is effectively a comedic genius. And his one-sided phone calls are what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I freely admit I am ripping off Bob Newhart. I mean, you could call it inspired by Bob Newhart, but I'm just doing what he did with it. He did it with a phone. I do it with a video game. That's Return of My Supermarket Simulator. No, see any of those, The Hills. Any of those. Do you know how many times I get asked to do another Rising Star 2? Primarily from one viewer, admittedly, but all the time, like, oh, do more Rising Star 2. No, I've done it. I can't do it again. There would be, if I went back to Supermarket Simulator, there would be nothing new. Because, first of all, there's not a lot new in the game. There's a few new things, but not much. There's nothing new for me to do there. So those are definitely just done. Like, I would not go back to that. It would, I'm going to be incredibly egotistical here. I know, shocking, right? Incredibly egotistical. Me, right? Me. It would be asking like Jerry Seinfeld to go back, start doing Seinfeld again. No, it's done. It's that series is over. And what I want to look at is like the next thing down the road that I can make you guys laugh with. I wouldn't make you laugh if I went down to Supermarket Simulator again. I guarantee you. You'd watch it because you're on the Dave train and it's kind of forced viewing. But you'd be like, it's okay. I know when a series has jumped the shark. And it's just over. And so, if I've gained nothing in these many, many years of doing this YouTube thing, hopefully it's a teeny bit of self-awareness. Don't do the 2-point games. The museum has a lot of decorations. Yeah, it's not that I dislike 2-point games. I can't do anything with that's going to attract attention. So again, I guess we'll just call them the Bob Newhart games. That I can attract attention with. People tune into that and they're like, wow, this guy's doing something kind of new with this Storage Hunter game that other people aren't doing. Hopefully, anyway. But I can't do anything new with the 2-point stuff. It's just, there's nothing I'm going to do there except play the game. In fact, that Fable Hospital game is effectively 2-point Fable Hospital. It's exactly the same premise, and they're all based off Theme Hospital. I used to love Theme Hospital. Hang on, coffee. So I'm always on the lookout for the next one, and they're usually a surprise. When I started Storage Hunter Simulator, I thought I'd do like 2 or 3 episodes, and same with Motel Manager. I'll do like a couple episodes of this, and that'll be it. But, you know, they surprise me. I can't plan it. It just sort of happens, and it clicks. I see we've killed several raccoons. That's very, very exciting news. And we've got another one to go. Oh, how about a tortoise or 2, just to keep the meat coming in. Tell you, ooh, all right, all the fields. Looking terrible. Oh, we're not sowing here. That's why we're not doing anything over there. That's why nothing is happening. Euro Truck Simulator. You know what? I actually downloaded the demo for that and tried it, and I'm like, nah. I get the people who can play it, and a lot of people can play it and make it really fun. I don't think that's me. No, Theme Hospital is a great game. Love that. I played so much of that back in the day. Do you have any interest in Mars Attracts? I did the demo, Alicia. It's actually a very well-received demo. The views on that were really good. So, yeah, I have a demo. I have the demo version on the channel. Honestly, this sounds very mercenary, but there's a lot of mercenary aspects to this. That will largely depend if they'd like to send me a key or not. I probably wouldn't go out and buy it. I think it's a really fun game with a lot of good concepts in it, but that's one where I'm like, I know it sounds horrible, right? That sounds horrible. That sounds like I'm some sort of like big YouTuber, and I'm not. I'm a very tiny channel. I'm a small speck in the YouTube cosmos. But honestly, there's a lot of games where I'm like, I'm not going to pay money for it. If you want to throw it at me, that's cool. I will do that. But I'm probably not going to pay for that. That sounds awful. That sounds so egomaniacal. But yeah, I'm certainly not opposed to doing Mars Trucks. I could see that as a miniseries. Any of the like decorator games, like 2 Point or Mars Attracts or any of those, there's a real limit as to what I'm gonna get out of that. I did not really intend for the stream to be a whole long monologue about my YouTube proclivities, but here we are. Stardust was fantastic. And what I would love to do with Stardust is readdress it when it's done. Because they're doing so many updates to it. And they're not small updates. They're huge updates. So what I'd like to do is kind of put Stardust on the back burner until they're basically it's like, okay, we are done. And we're not going to do any crazy updates after this. Because I kept losing ground. They kept updating it, and I was still playing older and older and older versions. And that's not going to have a lot of attraction. I mean, you guys might dig it, but that's not going to drag in anyone new. I love Stardust. Stardust is RimWorld in space. And it's extremely well done. Extremely well done. But do we have any colony babes? Oh, yes, absolutely. And we've got Duck. How could you forget Duck? Duck is in the tube. It's a duck tube, if you will. So that's Duck. Duck, how old are you now? You are 2. You've gotten a year older since I checked the last time. Good for you, kid. Well done. I might pop you out at like 5 or something and have you start sweeping the place up. But yeah, we've got Duck in a tube. I'd like to get another tube baby going. Problem with that is we've only got the one boy. And we have come to a unanimous conclusion that Wushak, of all people, cannot be the father to this entire colony. Buzzkill, I can have as many tube babies as I want. If I've got the electricity, I'm good. So, but we're not having Wushak, of all people, be the father of the entire colony. He's the only boy I've got. There's a distress signal, so that's an anomaly one. And I am going to go ahead and just ignore that. I'm not sending anyone anywhere. Anyone anywhere at all. It's not unreasonable to want keys for games. Yeah, it's not a... I say that it sounds horrible. It's not a demand thing. It's just that's going to be my decision on whether I'm going to play it or not. Mrs. Tame and I are not independently wealthy. I do have to be at least mildly conscious of what I spend on games. I can't just be like, okay, I'll just buy every single game I want. Oh, hang on, Toblerone can do his thing again. A lot of the games that are in my library, I'm going to say more than 50% of them I got in some way for free, which is honestly one of the biggest perks of doing this YouTube nonsense. It's like, and this is at a low level. Imagine what the people above are getting. So, you know, someone might get a big AAA game. I don't get AAA stuff. I get low rent stuff. I get the indie folk going, please play our game for publicity because nobody's interested in our game. Like that food park simulator one. That was a really, really fun game. A very simple game, but a very, very fun game that I enjoyed. So I was happy to put it out on the channel. And then, you know, the guy not only sent it to me, he changed the game because of me. He made it an achievement. Duck's going to become a child in 12 hours. Well, isn't that exciting? They'll sleep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. What's the future of gaming and streaming? Oh, God knows. Hang on. So, Duck can do all of those things now. Can do all of those things. Should. Oh, yeah, definitely remain a colonist. Why would I enslave Duck? He's a 3-year-old. What am I going to do with a 3-year-old? Definitely remain a colonist. Just stay in the tube for right now, kid. What happened to Dave's nightclub? That was a great game. That was just the demo, though. I don't own the game. That was just a demo that I found. And it's a complete freak show of a game. But boy, does it remind me of Man Ray in like the early 90s. So, oh yeah, Duck. We were talking about Duck. So, Duck, you could technically come out of the tube now if I wanted you to. Wait, who are you? You're friends with... Oh, you're friends with Villa because Villa's, like, beautiful or something. Everybody likes Villa. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Okay. It's another cougar. It's probably the same cougar, Dave. It's probably the same cougar. Everyone... Okay, we got to deal with the cougar because the cougar keeps eating people. Where is Combs? Admittedly, Combs is not one of my colonists, so I'm slightly less fussed about this. Yeah, Combs, get inside. Yes, oh yeah, so if anyone's getting caught up, the kid's dead. Silly is dead. But whoa, slow down there, RimWorld. Slow the heck down. Okay, there we go. All right, we have stymied the cougar by the ninja art of going inside. Okay. I would love to just go kill the cougar at this point, because obviously it's causing problems. Oh, it's going to hunt you now, isn't it? It's going to hunt you. You are... Where are you going? I don't feel this is ending well. I'm going to send these two guys out. I'm going to send... I can't possibly say this with a straight face. I'm going to send the A-team out here of Toblerone and Wooshak, father to the colony. I'm going to send the A-team out because they're the only two people who are armed. The baby can't hold a rifle, even though it's a member of the royal family. Villa doesn't do any fighting. Combs is running. Polly's about to... Duck is in a tube. I'm sorry, RimWorld. I'm sorry I beat Anomaly. Okay, yeah, Polly's being attacked by a cougar. If there's a win here, Polly doesn't actually belong to my colony, so this is not... Oh no, the mechs need to go inside too. The mechs need to go in the safe zone. Okay. Otherwise, the cougar will eat the mech, and I'd prefer it didn't. If we could maybe kind of open the door here, kids. Wooshak, you're reasonably close by. You're a member of the A-team here. I don't even know what to do with this. I really don't even know what to do with this. Oh, is the door going to close? Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, I still want to kind of kill the cougar. Polly, you going to go off to the hospital? Yeah. Are you almost dead? You'll be dead in 7 hours. That's super. That's super. I don't think Baby 1 can use a gun. Baby 1 can use a gun at 5, not at 4. So, because I was checking earlier, Baby 1, there we go. Only 4 years old. Hunt work can only be done from age 7. Unless, Baby 1, can you just have a gun? Not necessarily hunting. But could I give you an assault rifle? Apparently I can. Oh, good one, Crimson. Oh, yeah. You don't actually have to hunt. I'm just going to give a 4-year-old an assault rifle and see what happens. Because the cougar's got to go. Okay? The cougar has got to go at this point. I can't be sitting on the... Every time I send someone outside, the cougar's like, yum. Baby one, you're getting the assault rifle. Okay, good. And then, you know what? Let's send the A-team and a baby out to kill a cougar who has so far taken out 2 members of my colony and was trying for a third. Okay. Hang on. Before we do that. Okay, everybody undraft. Everybody just go back to work for right now. And what number royal are we on? 3? I think. Because it was honestly, I've had so many colonists I don't remember their names anymore. I think we've been through the royal ranks 3 times now. And this is supposed to be a royalty run. This is supposed to be all about doing royalty stuff. And I just can't keep them alive. I simply cannot keep these people alive. It's the cougars, you see. It's the cougars. The cougars are the problem. You think your life's going well. You got plans. You got out of college. You got yourself a nice little entry-level job, but it pays the bills. Maybe you got some roommates. Maybe they're fun. Maybe you do things on the weekends like a barbecue. Something. Maybe you play categories. I don't know. You think things are going fine. You meet a nice girl. Maybe you think something's going to come of this. Maybe down the road. And then all of a sudden, boom, cougars. Cougars. Out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, you don't have a leg. And there's a cougar walking off with your leg, and you're like, what happened? What happened to my life script? I was doing well. I was playing categories. I had a good entry-level job, but it paid the bills. I had roommates. They were nice. We did things on the weekends. And then, boom, cougar. Cougar. Okay? And you don't have a leg. Now you got to figure out how to get a leg. Well, that just threw your whole life off, didn't it? All right, I've got to, one way or another, deal with the cougar. I did not think my day was going to revolve around cougar. Thank you very much. But here we are. Okay, Polly's being patched up. So Polly will probably survive. If, for argument's sake, because I'm becoming, every time this cougar tries to take someone out, I'm becoming more and more attracted to Portia's plan of just embrace the cougar. Just hug the cougar. Just get the cougar. So if I wanted to do that, do I have anyone who's halfway decent at animals? Actually, yeah. Wushak. I tell you what, if somebody wanted to get an inspired taming right now, that'd be awesome. Michelle, welcome, welcome, welcome. 4 and 8. Yeah, actually, both Villa and Wushak of the A-team, are actually pretty good at this. Okay. In my mind, I want to drop a safety save, because this is kind of a dice roll, but I'm also making a conscious choice to go and try and tame a cougar. So, the cougar who has taken 2 different legs off 2 different colonists, I'm going to go give it a big old hug and see if it wants to join the team. Because frankly, with my combat levels up here, the cougar might be the best combatant I've got. Okay, so we're going to reluctantly, but enthusiastically, because we do everything, we're gonna try and tame a cougar who has blood on his mouth. Okay, this cougar has tasted human blood twice, and it just loves it. Just loves the human blood. So, Villa, good luck with that. You know, have fun with that. Something different. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have fun with the cougar. And try to come back with both legs. You're not going to go anywhere, are you? Because I have you in the runaway zone. Thank you very much. Baby one definitely staying in the runaway zone. Definitely staying in the runaway zone. I'm almost tempted to put baby one in the DD zone, which is the safest place. We know that. You still have tattered apparel. Can we... Cougar is hunting Villa. Thanks, Portia. Okay. Okay. You know, you think your life is going well, and then boom, cougar. Okay, the cougar must die. All right, that's it. The cougar must die. So the A-team and the 4-year-old, Villa. Relax, kid. Just get in here. No, come on, Villa, please don't die. You're actually a reasonably valuable colonist in the grand scheme of things. The first one... Charging to the front with a rifle bigger than her own body is baby one. The kickback on this is going to send the kid flying. Baby one, first to the front with a rifle bigger than her own body to kill a cougar. Toblerone and Wushak, the A-team, bringing up the rear, as usual. All right, go baby one. Go on, kid. There you go. Go on. Yeah, fire blindly at Villa. Well, you know what? The kid chased the cougar off. The kid at least chased the cougar off. Villa, go about your business. Go get healed. How horribly banged up are you? Oh, you're going to be dead in 5 hours. Cool. Cool. Okay, the cougar has to die. That's all there is to it. Okay? Portia's plan of I've never lost a taming role, they never turn on me, did not go as well for me, in that it immediately started to kill Villa. Immediately. What? Wait, cougar hunting baby one? Where's baby? Okay. 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 There you are. You're out of college. Get yourself a nice entry-level job. It's not much, but it pays the bills, right? Maybe you got some roommates. They do fun things at the weekends. Possibly having barbecue. Play categories. And then, boom, cougar. Cougar. Interrupts everything. So the cougar is in a very strict technical sense hunting baby one, but it's going to go through about 15 traps to get there. So baby one and the A-team. Oh, God, that's a great band name. Somebody go start a band. Michelle, you're on that. I'm sure you have musical talent. I can't imagine that you don't. So, Michelle, go start a band that's called Baby One and the A-Team. Tell me that's not the best band name I've ever created, and I've created a lot of band names. That should be my job. Like, if you have a garage band, you should come to me and pay me money, and I'll come up with your band name. And first one is going to be Baby One and the A-Team. Oh, this is great. Baby One and the A-Team are going to just sort of stand here. In fact, baby one, could you get right up front? I'd like you to actually get the first shots in. Oh, never mind. The cougar's already dead. Okay. So, the cougar is finally dead. After all of that. The cougar is finally dead. And we've only... and the only loss is a 10-year-old girl, two colonists. Well, technically, one colonist and one refugee horribly mutilated. Horribly mutilated. So that's fine. I think those are acceptable losses. I think this... Generally, you're here and you're saying, this episode is wild. Have you watched much of this run, Jebeli? Have you... So, we all remember the Great Pantry Fire of 2021. This blows this out of the water. Okay? Give me a pantry fire, please. Please burn down all my food. I would happily take all of my food being burned down now. We're cannibals. I can make do. We can eat each other. But this... Speaking of food, how are we doing? Well, we can eat the cougar for a start. For funsies. We can just eat the cougar. Alright, now baby one's getting a snack. Deservedly so. It's been a rough day. Been a very, very rough day. What with the cougar and all? What with the cougar? Okay. Well, okay, so what's our win? What's our takeaway from this? You know what's not on the map anymore? Any more cougars. No more cougars. There's lynx. That'll probably be next. Somebody go slaughter that turkey. That's an unnecessary turkey. So I'm expecting lynx is hunting baby one momentarily. Momentarily. And you're saying Dave is cursed. This is a cursed run. I absolutely agree with you. Because the cougar had many, many other options. Look, there's a whole pack of muffalo up there. Was M running the cougar? Oh, there's a whole pack of muffalo. No, don't eat them. Go for the 10-year-old girl. Admittedly, they're easier to catch. You know, if you're a cougar, I can say cougar versus 10-year-old girl. We see what happened with Chibi. You know, the bear took Kid Chibi out, no problem. All right, I was going to do something while I was up there. Oh, yeah, make sure that everyone goes back in their appropriate zones, because, yeah, they are. Okay, because I do want to get this Who's-He-What's-It thing built up here. RimWorld saw your geniosity. Well, we talked about that less, and that's been brought up today already. Is that in unleashing geniusosity onto the world, hashtag geniusosity, because obviously it's a level of genius that people were in many ways unprepared for. What I have done is RimWorld's just a little ticked. RimWorld's looked at this as an entity, and I see RimWorld not as a game nor as a developer. I see RimWorld more as an amorphous, omniscient, omnipotent entity, not unlike a god, if you will. So, as an entity, RimWorld has looked at this and said he has unleashed geniusosity onto the world. Hashtag geniusosity. So, okay, all right. Let me bring this down, Les, in a parable, if we could, an analogy, a parable. We remember the story of Prometheus. Okay, Prometheus, the Titan, who gifted fire to man, allowing man to rise above the ranks of the animal. And learn how to use fire and make tools and build a civilization gifted to them by Prometheus. And what did the gods do? They chained Prometheus to a rock for his arrogance. And you know, the whole giving fire to man thing. This is what I have done. I am, in many ways, Les, a modern Prometheus, chained to this run like a rock. And RimWorld is the I believe it was a buzzard that every day ate Prometheus's guts out, and then they would heal, and then the buzzard, I'm pretty sure it was a buzzard or a vulture, definitely one of those animals. I am indeed, Les, a modern-day Prometheus, chained to the rock of this run, and RimWorld is the buzzard that is eating my guts out every day. So, you may remember, Les, in our prior run, it was Rocky, and RimWorld was, in fact, Mr. T, who pities fools. And I was indeed the fool for quite some time. Now, because I have gifted geniusosity to the world, hashtag geniusosity, I am being punished like a modern Prometheus. And RimWorld is, instead of being Mr. T, who pities fools, is now the buzzard and or vulture, not really sure, they're kind of the same thing when you get right down to it, who is, on a daily basis, ripping my intestines out. Yes, I think it's more fun to say it that way. And then they heal overnight, in this case about a week between streams, and then are ripped out again. This is what I am. This is why I say I am a prophet of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know. But in many ways, I am a titan. And I have been chained to this rock. Oh, that was Icarus, Steven. I got nothing to do with him. He was just a moron. There's a happy tree. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I should probably plant it. I could do with the people being a little happier around here. I see that Shooby-Doo-Wop is getting a little more inclined to joining the ranks here. Now, with the death of that kid, that should have opened up another bedroom, which is the only good positive thing here. I've got bedrooms to spare. I got bedrooms all day. Relations have changed with somebody. That's cool. Yeah, let's keep on the hunting here, kids. So, oh, there's another turkey. Somebody go slaughter that. We should be getting ready for some rice soon, I would. Yeah, rice is coming right in. Perfect. Rice is coming right in right now. Hang on, coffee. Yeah, see, Spike Little Girl's got it. Spike Little Girl is telling my story right there. Oh, it was an eagle. I thought it was a vulture. Eagles don't generally do that, do they? Oh, well, who knew? Well, there you go. Probably in my telling, it's a vulture. It's a vulture. Buzzkill, it would be great to have dryads, but we see what happens to them. They just get killed. They just get killed, don't they, Buzzkill? Just killed. You know, actually, now that you said that, that's not the worst idea. Where's the happy tree? Let's go look for the happy tree. Where's that? G-U... Garian... How do we spell that? Do we know? Is that G-A-U? G-A-U... Yeah, Garian seed. There it is. Go over here. Oh, actually, I might already have one. Oh, there's a fire. Does anyone else know there's a fire over here? Huh, look at that fire. Is that plasteel? No, that's uranium, though. Oh, we should mine that. That's a fun thing to have. That's a fun thing to have. Oh, wow, yeah. Boy. A lot of fire around today, isn't there? Huh. It's kind of pretty in its own way. Wow. So much fire. Were we aware there was this much fire? I've mostly been focused up here because that's where the cougar used to live. There's a bulk goods trader. Trade ship. Actually, that'd be great. Oh boy, if they had some food. Baby One, I know you're terrible at this, but I just want to keep increasing your skills. Can you go talk to these people? You are the royalty, after all. You may as well. You may as well. Okay, so it could be a vulture or an eagle. You know what? I'm gonna go buzzard. Buzzard. So that's what I am. A modern day Prometheus, chained to the rock of this run, and every day my guts are eaten out, and then they grow back again. And then we do it again the next week. So a bulk goods trader is actually really good. That's fun. I will take a lot of food. I will more than happily take a lot of food. In fact, I might just go food crazy around here. I could buy some camels, but I can't possibly see the necessity of that. And that doesn't seem right at all. What else do you have? Cloth, I don't need that. No. Light leather, no. I could sell them a lot of this stuff, too. Plasteel, I've got some. I wouldn't be opposed to having some more. I do already have one of the Happy Tree seeds. Huh. What have you got for books? I love the books. So you got a biofuel book. That's cool. Ooh, and precision rifling. Oh, not just biofuel. Precision. Oh, I'm taking that. I love getting 2 skills for the price of 1. Intellectual and animals. Also not bad. Robin's Journal. Cool. The Story of Zack is social. And then hostility that's just recreation. I'm taking all the books. We're taking all those books right there. All of those belong to me now. Not giving up the bionic leg. That's for Chibi. I've got 2 kidneys and 2 lungs. I tell you what, if I ever get one of those anomaly guys who comes by with the organ rot, I got that covered all day. I can hook that dude up. What else do you have like down here? You've got some gold. I would not actually be opposed to getting even more gold. But mostly I want to FOF, focus on food. I could shave off a duck or 2. Yeah, it's fine. No, we'll keep the ducks. So I'm going to get a lot of food. Actually, I don't need 500. Actually, do I want 510 fox meat? Maybe. How about I got like 200? And then, say, 200 of that. That's a lot of food, but we don't actually have a lot of food. Neutral Airman, I've got a good amount. I might take another 10, maybe, or 20. What am I up to now? 3,000? Okay, I can certainly afford it. Oh, components might be a good idea, too. I don't have that many. Let's see what I can sell them, because I can sell them a ton of this stuff. So I'm just going to dump almost everything, except maybe the plain leather. I'm even going to sell them... Actually, if I sell them the human leather, then I don't have human leather berets. That's silly. So sell them instead the plain leather, and I'll keep my... Well, then what if I run out of human leather? Because that could happen. I'll take a little bit more of their medicine, too. That might be a good idea. How about another, like, 15 medicine? Oh, yeah, this is going very, very well. Very, very well. Okay. Is the Revenant spine still around? No, now it's a Revenant. I mean, technically its spine is still around, but it's back inside a Revenant, who I'm assuming is going to pop out and kill me at any time. I was counting on Revenant. I didn't count on Cougar. I don't know why Cougar happened. 3,000 for that, and that's a lot of money, but that's also a lot of food. That is a lot of food. Boy, lungs are selling very well on the open market. I should remember that. And I can just ditch that table. I don't need that table. This is probably a decent time. Just no, it's not going to make a big difference. Accept that. Just accept that. That's a whole bunch of food that just came in. That'll keep us going for quite a while. And some meals, and they're fine meals too. It's even better. So we'll get all that lumped in at some point. It's warm out, but it's not like crazy, crazy warm out. Yeah, I'd really like to stockpile food, so my pantry can probably burn down again. Can animals eat anomalies? Yeah, much like insect meat, animals don't care what they eat, so you can absolutely feed them the twisted meat. That's totally fine. Oh, wow, look at all that fire. Boy, that sure is a lot of fire. I was kind of trying to figure out how we could kill the Revenant. Because I don't want this thing here. I do not want it here. I can execute it. I can execute it. All right. How much of a gamble do I want to take? And also, yeah, extract bioferrite from it too. That'll really make it angry. Simple but inefficient. I have a harvester who's McWhat's it here. Okay, yes, there's a lot of fire game. I get it. Oh, like alive anomalies. I mean, I suppose if they were an attack animal, they could attack, but they're not just like the cougar. I don't know. Don't know. Probably. I would guess probably. So what was I looking for? Anomaly. Oh, I don't actually know how to extract the bioferrite. Not the harvester anyway. Okay, so yeah, extract bioferrite from you. I'm gonna try and figure out how much of a gamble I want to play on that Revenant. Because I could execute it right now, but it is providing my research. I don't have any other... If I got any other anomaly entity in there, I would absolutely execute that thing. Revenants terrify me. Although now that we've used the magic of triangulation, not quite as much, but they will still destroy my colony. Wow, the whole map's burning. That's fun. That's fun. Good. Glad to see that. That the whole map is on fire. Why are you two so sad? You're the A team. You're ravenously hungry. Yeah, we all want human meat, dude. Everybody here wants human meat. I so got to get a joy wire plugged into you. Do I know how to make those yet? I feel like I should. Cochlear implant, prosthetics, no. Control pack, no. Are we going to be working on that at some point? Yeah, we are working on it. It's just nobody's doing research right now. Cougar versus Revenant. I'd say I'd put my money on the Revenant, but dang, that cougar. That's like a super cougar or something. Like some sort of super cyborg cougar. Tried to tame it, tried to kill me. Ate my legs. I don't like cougars anymore. I used to like cougars because they're kitties. And giant kitties just need giant kitty head rubs. But I don't like that cougar. That cougar is not my friend, and it will not be on my Christmas card list. There's a lot of fireless. Like just ridiculous amount of fire here. Like, so much fire. What I might do... Boy, if I had some more stone blocks, I might actually finally build a fire break. Oh, God, Toblerone's on a murderous rage. Of course he is. Because I am Prometheus, chained to this rock. Because I gifted mankind with geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. I have gifted mankind. And now I am chained to the rock by the gods. Toblerone's got a little psycho. Who are you trying to kill? Whom are you trying... Okay, Wooshak. I know you're about to go nuts too, but don't drop your assault rifle. That's a terrible idea. I don't want you to romance him. I want you to kill him. Or her. Whatever. No, Wooshak. Draft you. Arrest you. Alright, Chase. Okay, it's Benny Hill now. It's Benny Hill now. It's Benny Hill. So, I believe Toblerone is trying to kill Polly here, and everybody's running away, and Wooshak's running after Toblerone, trying to, Well, this is fun, kids. Right, everybody run somewhere. Hang on, Combs, why don't you also try to arrest? Okay, like, everybody try to arrest Toblerone. Because there we go. That broadly worked. Okay, that broadly worked. Alright, you can't be the delirious first eater again. We don't want you to be. Wooshak. Where is Wooshak? Wooshak, you're off duty, kid. And go try and, like, fix yourself up, would you, kid? Hey, here's the deal. Everyone be in the runaway zone, okay? We're going to ignore the fire. The fire can just burn out. We're surrounded by stone. Nobody... Okay, it's raining, kids. It's raining. Nobody cares about the fire anymore. Toblerone. My man. Dude. Okay, dude. Chill. Okay, just chill out. Yeah, Alicia's got the right idea, Em. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. What do you think? Stop this train? If I could have stopped this train, I would have done it years ago. This train is nuclear powered. This is gonna go past my lifetime. I'll be long gone from this world. This train is still running. You hear that sound coming down the tracks. You're like, oh dang, that's the Dave train. It's still going. It's still going. Okay, Combs, you're off duty. Toblerone, you can actually get released because you should be fine now. Okay, release you. Don't suck his blood out. Yeah, the fire is somebody else's problem. And it's raining now. And you see, the fire went away. No more fire. Everyone's getting all bent out of shape about the fire. Fire this, fire that. Fire, fire, fire. Well, you know what? I think this game has actually made me insane. Or sane. Ha ha. Why am I good at this? It's not because I'm good at RimWorld. It's because I am RimWorld. Okay, I am RimWorld. All right. Boy, I had a lot of plans for today. I was going to get this colony so stable, and now I've lost yet another 10-year-old. I tell you, it's like Logan's Run around here. You just can't reach a certain age. Like anything above 13, you're dead. This is 13. Baby 1, keep an eye out. Okay? Lisa, I am a modern Prometheus. I'm going to let you sit with that information, ruminate on that, think on that, have a little thought about that, maybe philosophize about that, have a little meditation about that. I am a modern day... Shibby-Doo-Wop's gone berserk. Hang on. I can't. I can't with this. Okay, Toblerone's... Alright, hang on. I gotta... Who's not insane? Don't say me. Toblerone, you're working on some rice. That's cool. You also dropped your gun. So just get any gun. I don't care, man. I've got so many rifles right now. Baby 1, are you 4? Yeah, you're still 4, but you're heavily armed. You're heavily armed. Wushak, member of what I can only briefly describe as the A-team. Anyone else want to come in on this? Villa can't do squat. Ducks in a tube. Hang on. I'm gonna drink cold coffee. There we go. So right now, pretty much everything depends on a 4-year-old with an assault rifle. That's your recap there, Lisa. I got a 4-year-old with an assault rifle, and pretty much we're all depending on that. Toblerone, you're off to go do a thing. That's cool. Maybe like kind of don't, because this guy's about to come out the door. Just come over here, and we're just gonna do. There we go. Baby 1's in. Baby 1, just stand right there. Take him out. Go for it, Baby 1. The rifle is bigger than the 4-year-old. Done. I think Baby 1 got in that shot, too. Okay, everyone's off duty. All right, Baby 1, go. No, Baby 1, not the door. No, that's a hidden conduit. Baby 1, go capture Shibby-Doo-Wop here. Villa, you're good at building things. Could you go, we're missing wood. Well, of course we are. Why would we have wood? Why would we have any wood at all? All right, let's chop some trees down, shall we, kids? No, that's not how you do that, Dave. Chop some trees down, shall we, kids? There we go. Villa, while you're standing literally right there, chop that tree down. Okay. Lisa, I can't possibly begin to recap this. Except to say that I am a modern Prometheus, chained to this rock. And every day... why is there fire in the rain? Why? Why do you exist? Toblerone, would you deal with that? Thank you. Why do we even need to deal with this? It is literally raining. So, Lisa, I am a modern Prometheus, chained to this rock because I have gifted the world, not with fire, but with geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. And because I did that, RimWorld has punished me by chaining me to this rock of this run, and either an eagle, a vulture, or a buzzard. We're a little fuzzy on that one, Lisa, actually. But some sort of large winged animal comes by and rips my intestines out. Or intestines. It's more fun if you say intestines. Rips them out, and then flies away, because it's a winged animal. But not like a penguin, because they can't fly. Although, when they're swimming, they're basically flying underwater. And not like an emu or an ostrich, because those are also flightless, even though they have wings, which is weird, right? It's weird. Like, why have the wings at this point? Why not evolve those out? You don't really need them, do you, kid? Either a buzzard or a vulture or an eagle, but some sort of large predatory winged bird that can fly. Again, not like an ostrich or a penguin. Rips my intestines out, or intestines, whichever you prefer. I prefer intestines. And then they regrow, because it's a hellish kind of thing, like Sisyphus, with the rock and the whatnot, or Tantalus with the water, but he can't reach it, and then the grapes, but he can't reach it. Toblerone started insulting people. That is sensible. Toblerone, I would love to give you a weapon, but probably not the best time for that. All right, we're still working on tattered apparel. You know what? I started this stream with tattered apparel. We've still got tattered apparel. So I'm not really even sure where to bring you up to speed, Lisa, except to say that I am a modern Prometheus, cursed to this rock. Work on the door. Oh, you're working on Shooby-Doo-Wop. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea too. Yeah, do that as well. Good move there, kid. Baby one, you can't do that, can you? You can't work on the door. Of course you can't. We're missing wood. Of course we are. My Agra hand will get it eventually. Speaking of which, have we moved a lot of... Yeah, we've moved a lot of that food in. We've gone through a lot of it, too. That's not nothing there. My prisoner died. Apparently we weren't feeding him. That's probably why he went nuts. Malnutrition. Okay. Who was supposed to be in charge of that? Villa, that was you. And actually, literally everyone, basically. Anyone who can do it should have been doing it. I realized we had a bit of a cougar issue. I get that. We had a bit of a cougar infestation. Cougar of 1. Is that 3 kids that died? Yeah. Yeah. We're comparing it to Logan's Run, Lisa. You just can't reach a certain age without dying. Once you reach 13, that's it. You're dead. Baby 1, we're looking in your direction. Thank goodness Duck is in a tube. My prisoner's dead. And, well, we're obviously going to eat you. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? I couldn't really pronounce your name very well anyway. Baby 1, could you haul the prisoner who is now dead into the freezer? So we're clearly going to have to eat you. Yeah, I know, there's food right there. There's food right there. Yeah, you're right, Alicia. It's just that he went a little nuts and decided instead of eating like a sensible person, he would just go insane and bash down a door, and then a 4-year-old with an assault rifle came and shot him in the face. And he's like, ow, I'm going to fall over now. And then we put him back in bed, and he's like, ow, this really hurts. I hope someone comes and heals me. And we did, but in the meantime, he didn't eat anything. So, there's that. There's that. So, what's my count now? 4 technical colonists who are alive, upright, and moderately sane. 2 refugees, a baby in a tube, 3 dead people in the freezer. One of whom is a colonist, and the other 2 I'm just keeping my options open. I like to have options on them. How old is Duck now? Probably old enough to push a broom. I find most children are. You are now, in fact, 4. Yeah, I might pop him out at 5. What is this? Oh, right. Disappointment. I forgot. I did that. Wait a minute. I did that one. Because I couldn't get disappointment in there. It's Disappointment Duck. I'm so selling that to the Cartoon Network. Disappointment Duck. It would be a very Dada-esque cartoon. So I think I'll pop the kid out at 5 and have him start pushing a broom around. I notice he's already a better shot than Baby 1. In fact, he's probably a better shot than most of my colonists. Toblerone's not bad. Wishak, not terrible. Villa doesn't do any shooting at all. So he's already well ready to pick up a rifle the second he gets out. The second he gets out, this kid gets a rifle. I have so many of them. I have so many of them at this point. Okay, Toblerone, I'm going to wake you up that you're going to hate that, but I would like you to get a weapon. So go get that weapon. And then, you know what? You can actually... I'm going to briefly put people... Not Baby 1. Baby 1, you stay in the runaway zone because we have to protect you. I'm going to put... Actually, where is my, ceremony spot? Is that down here? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. So, Toblerone, I'm going to make you the delicious first eater again. I think this is the 3rd time we've had to do this to you. So, yeah, go ahead and be a moral guide. Begin that. Thank you very much. I just want to get this wrapped up because I will totally forget. I will totally forget. My colony is in trouble. Really? I think things are going fine. I think that this is something. Oh, right, we've got a church. Yeah, we probably want to do that in the church. I forgot I built a church devoted to cannibalism. I should put bones in here. I should totally put bones in there. It's a mad boomlope. You know what? That's fine. Oh, hang on. All sorts of things. The mad boomlope will kind of sort itself out at this point. So I just want to make sure I see the join offer. I'm very, very excited about that. Hey, unlike Tony Curtis, let's try and not misclick this one, shall we, Dave? I wanted Tony Curtis. He was very good at things. So I'm going to assume you're just going to pop right in here and immediately blow up. Okay, you missed. Immediately blow up. There you go. Okay, good. So let's put everyone... Yeah, you're back in unrestricted. So, Paulie, you'd like to join the team, would you? Yes. Absolutely. Of course. Okay. There you go. Paulie's in. Paulie's in. Okay. Also, could we, like put out the fire? We've had issues with fire, haven't we, kids? Paulie, remind me, what are you up to these days? Oh, you're actually very good at shooting. Well, you can have a weapon. You can darn well have a weapon. Maybe not the chain shotgun. Actually, how about a bolt-action rifle for you? It's a terrible one. I'll try to make you something better. Actually, I can make you something better. So why don't we get you... What am I doing? Don't do that. Do this. How about a... I've got to have something good in here, right? Yeah, make a light machine gun. Oh, wow. Nobody has a crafting 6. Well, dang, kid. Okay, never mind then. I guess you just get the rifle. So Paulie's in. You can go in the combat team next to the 4-year-old. Yeah, and you could be behind them. And yeah, you can go front. I like it when they're arranged by height. So the A team here with a 4-year-old. And Combs, who hasn't decided to join us yet. Combs, do I want you? I want anyone. Combs is a really good doctor. He could be ripping limbs off left and right. Left and right around here. She, rather. Hey, Combs, would you like to donate some genetic material? In aid of, like, anything else? And Paulie, you're all... unfortunately, Paulie is also female. This is all female except for Wooshak. I need another boy. Darned if Wooshak's going to be the father of this colony. When Duck eventually gets old enough, that could be some genetic material donated there, but that's not happening right now. Good crop of potatoes coming in. The psychoid has been planted. The ducks are doing fine. I haven't actually checked in on the animals yet. Okay. C team, Buskill, I think we're down to like the D or the E team at this point. I'm barely aware of who these people are. They're coming in and out so bad. This is like the revolving door colony. They come and they go. I don't really know. Okay. Okay. Let's slam it into pause mode and let's review. I only lost one colonist today. I think that's a pretty good day. Pretty good day. And it was a kid I didn't really care about that much. I mean, it's not like it was Chibi or something. We have dealt with the cougar issue. And honestly, I'm pretty much right back where I started. I had so many plans of what I wanted to do today. We also need to get this finished at some point. I see Villa is kind of working on it right now. And it looks like it will be wrapped up pretty soon. Combs has fallen over. Of course he has. So I think I'm right back where I started. I had things I wanted to do today. I think the only thing I've really accomplished is we did kind of get food back under control. So not a lot of human meat, but we've got a lot of meat. We've got veggies coming in right now. What are we making for meals? 75. Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, it's coming up slow, but it is coming eventually. How old do you need to be? Buzzkill, I believe... Actually, I think they put it at 18. I think you have to be 18 or... It's got to be 18, because even RimWorld wouldn't go that dark. Even RimWorld wouldn't be that dark. Yes, it would. I'm not 100% on that. I used to know that, but I'm so much of a genius that sometimes when new ideas come in, the old ones get pushed aside, and I didn't put them away in my mental filing cabinet. I say that all the time. There really is like a mental filing cabinet where like, I need to save this information. I should put this in a file and put it in my mental filing cabinet. So I used to know the answer to that question. It might be 18. It might be 14. If it's 14, that's creepy, dark, and weird. But it's older. It's definitely older. They don't let just, children do that, because that is weird. Villa, why are you going insane? Colonist left unburied. Body purist squeamish. You got human leather pants, though, kid. Human leather pants. If I ever get a healer mech serum, remind me to dump that in Villa. Because, she's missing an ear. I could give you a prosthetic, but you'll hate it. You'll absolutely hate it. Yeah, no, Buzzkill, it's not like Teen Mom or something. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, because as usual, this has been exhausting. A modern Prometheus is what I am, because I have gifted the world geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. and I am punished for it by the gods. But, like Prometheus, I persevere. Okay? Prometheus didn't get chained to the rock and go, oh well. Prometheus is like, I will rant against the gods like King Lear, which hasn't been invented yet and won't be for like a couple of thousand years or so. But I'm going to rant. I don't know. A couple of thousand years may be an exaggeration. I don't know, like Greek mythology to Shakespeare, what the timeline is there. But I assume that Prometheus, being a Titan, would have some sort of prescience and know that King Lear was coming. And King Lear would be raging against the storm like Prometheus. And that's what I'm doing, raging against the storm. HMOR, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm something to you guys. I'm something. Guys, I will check out there. I'm going to let you get on with far more important things. We'll be back Friday. We'll do this again. I don't see any reason I would interrupt the stream next week. I don't have any appointments. So we'll be back on Friday and Saturday. And you may enjoy continuing watching my guts get ripped out by either a buzzard, a vulture, or an eagle. We're a little fuzzy on that. So, guys, thank you so much for putting up with this nonsense. I adore doing this for you. I love doing this for you. I will see you guys next week. Thank you again. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.